Right, just yin me. Right, I was thinking, what happened was, right, I was down in London, right, and I was in a room surrounded by black dudes, right, which, there's nothing inherently racist about that, is there? Like, they were black, like I'm white, I'm a white man, and they're black men, right? So I thought, this is pretty cool. I'm basically connected with the combined energies of all these black men, top quality black men, not just dickheads, all top quality black men in their own way, it's enough to make you feel fucking inferior. I mean, even just standing in a room with one black man would make you feel inferior, wouldn't it? As George Carlin said, you're white and you're lame. Because black people are superior, right? They are actually. Why do you think whites had to fucking try and dominate them and gang up against them? Because white men are inferior, duh. So I was in a room with all these black men, and I'm like, this is pretty fucking cool, living the dream, baby, yeah. Someday, and they ken who they are if they watch this, actually thinks I'm into black men. That's fine, they'll keep the fantasy going, whatever, I'm no gay, I just sucked the guy off, just to see if it was gay. nah, whatever. So I'm surrounded by all these black men, right? And I'm like, oh, there's a black man. I look at the timing of that. A black man just turned. Look, that guy there. I would zoom in on him, but he's black, right? Which is probably why I'm doing it at the bridge, because it's all the asylum seekers and all that, like foreign folk. I prefer foreign folk. Can we cut to the chase here? Because basically, I feel like an imposter in this fucking town, Or I did feel like that growing up, because all the indigenous parochials. My mum and dad lived here, and their mum and dad lived here, and they never went. The only time we went out the tunes to go to Tenerife to be surrounded by a bunch of other parochial folk, because that's no really adventuring, is it? That's no adventuring, is it? If you go abroad to Tenerife once a year and you think you're really living it up, just to be surrounded by a load of other folk like you, adventuring is going down the back alleys, isn't it? But anyway, surrounded by a bunch of black men, right? All quite uniquely good black men in their own way, and I'm going, this is pretty fucking cool. Like, you didn't see this many black men in the one place, so I was quite right. So I thought, well, essentially I'm keyed into the entire history of black history and hip hop and everything. You don't need to listen to all the great hip hop tunes, just be around that energy, and then that's enough. You've already kind of, it's like if you've not taken drugs, you've listened to the Beatles, we have taken drugs, that kind of thing, So it's like, so by the end of the day, I'm chatting to a couple of them, with what is his name again? See if I turn up again and he's booked on the thing as well. I'll be like, what's your name again? But he knows what's his name again. I forget his name, but he's a cool guy. As me, and he's like, oh, Dave, you should get into this conversation. So I joined. Yes, this is really living now. I'm talking to two black men. So what he was talking about when he was in the gym, probably racism. It wasn't really racism. He was talking about lack of respect, really. So it's like, so that was quite nice, wasn't it? Because I spoke to him, and I'm like, oh well, white people suffered the same bullshit as black people, but probably not as bad as them, because then you've got the racism added onto it. But he was telling me, this black dude, handsome man, he was telling me about how he was in the gym and some guy just came right in his space, started exercising on the weights thing, and he was like, "Excuse me, dude," you know, he never even asked if I'm finished using it. So he was telling me that story and how he kind of put him in. This guy was telling me how it got to a stage where it was like, "Do you want to step outside?" The white guy was saying, and then he was like, "You want to step outside? I'm quite happy to do that." And it got sorted out because the guy was like, "Yeah, I'm sorry for doing that. No problem. You're no finished." Just rudeness. It's just the same thing. The black man's plight is the same as the white man's, but probably 10 times, 100 times worse. But you could be standing at the self-checkout and it's just rudeness. It's just human beings, really, isn't it? Forget the race thing. It's just interesting exploring this, isn't it? But you're standing at the self-checkout and folk are standing right in your fucking space. It's like, dude, back off. Excuse me. Personal space. Hello, give me at least 1 meter. Hello. It's just that basic courtesy, basic respect, basic that kind of thing. But anyway, so I'm going back down to London to be surrounded by a bunch of black men, so maybe I'll step it up and I'll be like, what's your favourite rap tune? Nah, you can't, but here's one thing I could do. I could pretend to be Muhammad Ali. I could do my black man's voice, right? My kind of, and see what they think, because I could test the thing. My brother was saying it's not really cool to pretend you're a black man if you're a white man. That's not really cool. Right, well let's just test this, right? So I'll go down there, I'll be chatting to that guy again if he's there, and then I might just play it by ear. I'll do my kind of wee roots manoeuvre, Muhammad Ali impression. My black man will come out and I'll be like, the guy might laugh. So then I'll go back and tell my brother, no luck, because a black man liked my black man impression, so how'd you like that? Yeah.